through the fog and filthy air. When shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain?
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That would be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
Bloody man is that?
Hail, brave friend! Say to the king thy knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood. The merciless MacDonald led his rebellion from the Western Isles, and fortune on his damned quarrel smiled. But brave Macbeth...
Well, he deserves that name.
...carved out a passage till he faced the slave, and ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him till he unseamed them from the nave to the chops.
Valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
Upon this chance did the Norwegian king with furbished arms and new supplies of men begin afresh assault.
This made not this our captains Macbeth and Banquo?
Yes, as sparrows eagles or the hare the lion.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him, surgeon.
Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by this most disloyal traitor, that Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom, bold Macbeth, confronts the king, rebellious arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit. And to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Great happiness! No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death. And with his former title, greet Macbeth.
Foul and fair a day I have not seen.
What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail, Macbeth, that shall be king hereafter.
In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you greet with present grace and great prediction that he seems rapt withal. To me you speak not. If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail!
Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt beget kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail.
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. By Sinel's death, I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence. Or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting.
Whither are they vanished?
Into the air.
And what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind.
Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten of the insane root that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings. You shall be king. And Thane of Cawdor, too. Was it not so?
To the self-same tune and words.
The Thane of Cawdor lives. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief. No more than to be Cawdor.
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. As thick as hail came post with host, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee.
And for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Treasons, capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him.
And Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind.
Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings? When those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them.
That, trusted home, might yet enkindle you unto the crown. Besides the Thane of Cawdor. Oftentimes, to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence.
This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid image doth unfix my hair and make my seated heart knock at my ribs against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. I thank you, gentlemen.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Let us to the king.
Long live the king.
Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it.
He died as one that had been studied in his death. To throw away the dearest thing he owed us to a careless trifle.
There's no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust.
Hail, King that shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not be ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay to thy heart and farewell. Glance thou art and Corder, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great. Art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily. Wouldst not play false, and yet wouldst wrongly win. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear.
Hail! 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 Now, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness' part is to receive our duties.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble banquer that has no less deserved, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my heart.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. Hail, Prince of Cumberland!
Hail, Prince of Cumberland!
Who hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
I'll be myself the messenger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor. It is a peerless kinsman.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else a leap. For in my way it lies.
Macbeth!
Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
Thy letter hath transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And one goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch.
We will speak further.
Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. Leave all the rest to me. The raven himself is horse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
Call thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold.
Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servant, ever.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly and shall continue our graces towards him.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, we jump the life to come. Cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor.
Oh, your 2 eyes were slain thee suddenly. I made the beauty of them not sustain. So pierceth it throughout my heart pain, unless your words will heal me hastily.
He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued, against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other side.
Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? That slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire?
Peace.
Wouldst live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon thy wood, like the poor cat in the adage?
I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man.
Hail, Thane of Corder.
If we should fail,
We fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place and we'll not fail. Duncan's 2 chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume. I'll drug their possets. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan?
children only, for thy undaunted mettle should compose nothing but males.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
And she goes down at 12.
I take 'tis later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword. There's husbandry in heaven. Their candles are all out. Take you back too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I would not sleep. Merciful powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Who's there? A friend? What, sir, not yet at rest? The king's abed. He hath been in unusual pleasure, and sent forth great largesse to your officers.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the 3 weird sisters. To you, they have showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spend it in some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
It shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it. I shall be counseled.
but repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The like to you.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come. Let me clutch thee. I have thee not. And yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshalst me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on my blade and dudgeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one half world, nature seems dead. And withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch. Thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps which way they walk, for fear the very stones prate of my whereabouts. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
Awaked and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman which gives the dance good night. My husband?
I have done the deed. Dost thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did not you speak?
When?
Ah,
As I descended?
aye.
Who lies in the second chamber?
Donald Bain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
Thought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life. Sore labor's bath, balm of hurt minds. Great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? These deeds must not be thought after these ways so. It will make us mad. Come. Get some water and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring these daggers from the place? They must lie there.
I'll go no more. I'm afraid to think what I have done. Look on't again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose. Give me the daggers. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of the grooms withal. For it must seem their guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? this my hand will rather the multitudinous seas incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color. But I scorn to wear a heart so white. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it, then? Retire we to our chamber. Get on your nightgown, lest occasion call us and show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself.
Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Here's a knocking in ease. A man were porter of Hell Gate, he'd have left turning the key. Who's there? In the name of the Beelzebub. Knock, knock. Who's there? In the other devil's name. Knock, knock. Never a quiet. What are you? One that goes the primrose way to the everlasting bonfire? I'll devil porter it no further. This place is too cold for hell.
Was it so late, friend, ere you went to bed, that you'd have lied so late?
Hey, sir, we were carousing till the second cock. A drink, sir, is a great provoker of three things.
What three things?
Marriage, sir. Nose painting, sleep, and urine. Lechery, sir. It provokes and it unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but takes away the performance. Makes you, it mars you. It sets you on and takes you off. It persuades you. It disheartens you. It makes you stand to and not stand to.
I believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
Right, it did, sir, in the very throat.
Is thy master stirring?
Good morrow.
Good morrow.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I have almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my appointed service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And, as they say, lamentings heard in the air, strange screams of death. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
It was a rough night.
Order! Order!
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece.
What's the matter?
Murder hath broke open the Lord's anointed temple and stole thence the life of the building.
The life? What dost you say? Meaning of his majesty?
Do not bid me speak. See, and then speak yourselves.
Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Malcolm and Donalbain! Beckwoe! Awake!
Shake off this downy sleep, death's counterfeit, and look on death itself.
Up! Up! And see the great doom's image! Fiends, Banquo, rise up as from your graves and walk like spirits to countenance this horror. Ring the bell!
What's the business that such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak.
Gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I can speak.
Oh, Banquo, Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
Oh, alas. What? In our house?
Too cruel anywhere. Macduff, I prithee contradict thyself and say it is not so.
Had I but died before this chance, I had lived a blessed time. For from this instant there's nothing serious in mortality. All is but toys. Renown and grace is dead.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it.
Your royal father's murdered.
By whom? Those of his chambers, it seemed, had done it. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers.
Oh, yet I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. There the murderers, steeped in the colors of their trade. Who could refrain that had a heart to love? And in that heart, courage to make his love known.
Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together to question this most bloody piece of work and know it further. Fears and scruples shake us. In the great hand of God I stand. And thence against the undivulged pretense I fight of treasonous malice.
So do I. So all.
What will you do? Let's not consort with them.
I'll to England.
To Ireland, I. Our separated fortunes shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers' immense smiles.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted. Therefore to horse. And let us not be dainty of leave-taking. Shift away.
goes the world, Macduff?
Why? See you not?
Is known who did this more than bloody deed?
Those that Macbeth hath slain.
Alas the day, what good could they expect?
They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Then 'tis most like the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He's already named. Gone to Scone to be invested.
Will you to Scone?
No, cousin, I'll home to Fife.
Well, I will thither.
Well, may you see things well done there. Adieu.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. And I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said it should not stand in thy posterity, but that myself should be the root and father of many kings. If there comes truth from them, may they not be my oracles as well, and set me up in hope.
Hail Macbeth! Hail King of Scotland!
Hail Macbeth! Hail King of Scotland!
Here's our chief guest.
If he'd been forgotten, it would have been as a gap in our great feast.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me, to the which my duties are with the most indissoluble tie forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my good lord.
Is't far you ride?
As far, my lord, as will fill up the time twixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide. But of that tomorrow. Hie you to horse. Adieu till you return at night. Goes Fleance with you?
Aye, my good lord.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot. Farewell. Attend those men our leisure.
They do, my lord.
Bring them before us.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature he hath a wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There is none but he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked.
We'll keep ourselves till supper time alone. Till then, God be with you.
Each hid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me, and bade them speak to him. Then, prophet-like, they hailed him, father to a line of kings. Upon my head, they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. If it be so, for Banquo's sons have I defiled my mind. For them, the gracious Duncan, have I murdered. Make them kings. The seeds of Banquo kings. Stay within call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
It was, so please your highness.
Well then, now. Have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was he in the times past which held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self.
You made this known to us.
Do you find your patience so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospel to pray for this good man and for his issue, whose heavy hand hath bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye. In the catalogue ye go for men. As hounds and greyhounds, mongrels, spaniels, curs, choughs, water rugs, and demi-wolves are clept, all by the name of dogs. And so of men. Now, if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it. And I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you to the heart and love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world has so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another.
Both of you know Banquo was your enemy.
Aye, my lord.
Aye, my lord, but...
So is he mine. And though I could, with barefaced power, sweep him from my sight and bid my will avouch it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop. And thence it is that I to your assistance do make love, masking the business from the common eye for sundry weighty reasons.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Though our lives
Your
may...
spirits shine through you. It must be done tonight, and some way from the palace. And with him, to leave no rubs nor botches in the work, Fleance, his son, that keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, must embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart.
We are resolved, my lord.
Advise them where to plant themselves.
Why do you keep alone? Of sorry as fancies your companions make. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. But let the frame of things disjoint, ere we will eat our meal in fear, and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams that shake us nightly. Better be with the dead than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Not steel, nor poison, malice domestic, foreign levy. Nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle, my lord. Sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, love. So I pray for you. Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowst that Banquo and his fleance live.
But in them nature's cup is not etern.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou jocund. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, ere to black Hecate's summons, the shard-born beetle with his drowsy hums hath rung night's yawning peal, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things of day begin to droop and drowse, while night's black agents to their prey do rouse.
Who did bid thee join with us?
Macbeth. He needs not our mistrust, since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just.
Well, stand with us. The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day, and near approaches the subject of our watch.
By the clock 'tis day, and yet dark night strangles the traveling lamp. Is night's predominance, or the day's shame? The darkness does the face of earth entomb when living light should kiss it. It will be rain tonight.
Let it come down!
Treachery!
twice.
'Tis Banquo's, then.
Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst that, thou art the numpy.
Most royal sir, Fleance is escaped.
Then comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock. But now I am cabined, crabbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides with 20 gashes on his head.
There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, a hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Our hostess keeps her state. Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrancer. I drink to the general joy of the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here. Banquo! Now, good digestion, wait on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness sit.
Please it your highness to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is the place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Which of you have done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus and hath been from his youth. Pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there. Behold! Look, how say you? Avaunt to quit my sight! Let the earth hide thee. Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with. What man dare? I dare. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence!
What? Quite unmanned in folly.
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie for shame.
Blood hath been shed ere now, in the olden time. Aye, and since too murders have been performed too terrible for the ear. The time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal gashes on their crowns, and push us from our stools.
You have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overwhelm us like a summer's cloud without our special one? You make me strange, even to the disposition that I own. When now I think you can behold such sights, and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, when mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you speak not, he grows worse and worse. Question enrages him at once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
Kind good night to all.
It will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak.
What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning. Which is which?
How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
How know you this, my lord?
I hear it by the way. There's not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant paid.
You lack the season of all nature's sleep.
Come, we'll to sleep. I must again to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. For now I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good all causes shall give way. I am in blood stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go o'er. Strange things I have in head that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scanned. We are yet but young indeed.
by the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is to do?
A deed without a name.
Toad that under cold stone days and nights hath 31.
Sweltered venom sleeping dot, boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing.
Nose of Turk and Tartar's lips, severed in the moon's eclipse.
Fillet of a penny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake.
Liver of blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of yew.
I conjure you, by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand, we'll answer. Save thou'lt hear it from our mouths or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see them.
Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought.
Beware, Macduff. Beware the vein of thy... Thou hast harped my fear aright. But one word more.
He will not be commanded.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of
Woman born shall harm Macbeth.
None of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live!
Macbeth shall never vanquished be.
Never, never.
Until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can recruit the forest? Bid the tree unfix his earthbound roots. Sweet Bodman's God! That my heart throbs to know one thing. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom? To know no more! I will be satisfied! Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you! Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Thy crown doth sear mine eyeballs. What? Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Now I see 'tis true. For the blood-bolted Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his!
Gone.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those that trust them!
Macduff has fled.
Can you tell where he bestows himself?
In the English court, where lives the son of Duncan. Thither Macduff has gone, to pray the holy king upon his aid, to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward. That by the help of these, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, our feasts and banquets free from bloody knives.
Some holy angel fly to the court of England, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country.
Gentle lady.
Gracious Duncan's dead.
The gracious Duncan was pitied at Macbeth. Marry, he was dead.
The right valiant Banquo walked too late.
Whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed. For Fleance fled.
Man must not walk too late.
How monstrous it was for Malcolm and for Donalbain to kill their gracious father.
Damned indeed. How it did grieve Macbeth. I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key...
As and please heaven he shall not.
They should find what it were to kill a father. So should Fleance.
Peace.
What news?
Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my good lord.
Time thou anticipatest my dread exploits. Castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife. Give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before the purpose cool.
You must have patience, madam.
He hath none. His flight is madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom, to leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants a natural touch. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in the nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love.
My dearest coz, I pray you school yourself. And but for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the seasons. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things at their worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Fathered he is, and yet he's fatherless.
I take my leave at once.
thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Was my father a traitor?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
Are they all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are enough of them to beat the honest men and hang them up.
Oh, God help thee, poor monkey.
If he were dead, you would weep for him.
Is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
Thou liest, thou shag-head villain!
What? You egg. Young fry of treachery.
He has killed me, Mother.
Besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to a doctor. It is most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone. Having no witness to confirm my speech.
Her eyes are open.
Aye, but her sense is shut.
What is it she does now?
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands.
Yet here's a spot. Out, damn spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why, then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky.
Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and a feared.
What need we fear? Who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Well, well, well.
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands near be clean?
No more of that, my lord. No more of that. You mar all with his starting.
Go to, go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that.
It is the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh!
What a size there. The heart is sorely charged.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. Come. Come, come. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed.
More needs she the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance and still keep eyes upon her. So good night.
Good night, good doctor.
How does your patient, Doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she's troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her sleep.
Cure her of that.
Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow? Raise out the written troubles of the brain? And with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the charged bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs. I'll none of it.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly.
All! Till Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear.
What's the boy?
Malcolm!
Was he not born of woman?
The spirits that know all mortal consequence have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man that's born of woman shall e'er have power upon thee.
Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures.
Our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds.
Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry. New sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland.
Who comes here?
Our countryman who seems a stranger to us.
My ever-gentle cousin. Welcome hither.
Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country. Almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave.
What's the newest grief?
Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well?
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace.
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Be not a niggard of your speech. How goes it?
Your eye in Scotland will create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men. An older and a better soldier, none that Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like. But I have words that will be howled out in the desert air where hearing should not catch them.
What concern they?
The main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered.
Merciful heaven. What, man? Ne'er pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words.
My children, too. Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife killed too.
I have said.
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children.
All my pretty ones.
Did you say all? Hellkite! What, all my pretty chickens in their dam at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man.
I shall do so. But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things were. That were most precious to me.
Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were all struck for thee. Not for their own demerits, but for mine fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them now. Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart. Enrage it. Gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. Within my sword's length set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
What does Mataran?
Great Dunsinane, he's strong before to 5. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him to call it valiant fury.
Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love.
Now does he feel his title hang loose about him, like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
All that is within him does condemn itself for being there.
The English power is near, led on by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff.
Near Burnham Wood. Shall we well meet them? That way are they coming?
The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gotst thou that goose look?
There is 10,000...
Geese, villain?
soldiers, sir.
Thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch? Death to thy soul, those linen cheeks of thine are counsellors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force, so please you.
Seaton! Take thy face hence. I am sick at heart when I behold... Seaton, I say! Seaton!
I have lived long enough. My May of life is fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf. And that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troops of friends, I must not look to have. But in their stead, curses, not loud, but deep. Mouth honor, breath which the poor heart would fain deny and dare not.
Seaton! What's your gracious pleasure? What news more?
All is confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put it on.
Send out more horses. Scour the country round. Hang those that talk of fear.
Come, put mine armor on. Give me my sword. Doctor, the thanes fly from me.
Come, Sir Dispatch.
If thou couldst, Doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud again.
Pull it off, I say.
What rhubarb, senna, or what purgative drug would scour these English hence? Hearst thou of them?
Aye, my good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
I will not be afraid of death or bane till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learnt by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. While I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these winged sisters saluted me and referred me to the coming on of time with Hail, King that shall be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not be ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart and farewell.
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still, they come. Our castle's strength will laugh a siege to scorn. Here let them lie till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not stuffed with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What is that noise? I've almost forgot the taste of fear. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. If my fell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in't. I have supped full with horrors. Wherefore was that cry?
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Gracious my lord!
Thy story, quickly!
I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir!
As I did stand my watch, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Within a mile may you see it coming. A moving grove.
If thou speakst false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive till famine cling thee. Some soldier hath hewed him down a bough and bears it before him.
Thereby do they shadow the number of their host, and make discover here in report of them.
I begin to be a-weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone.
Ring the alarm bell! Blow wind, come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back!
Make all our trumpets speak. Worthy Macduff, you, with young Seaward, lead our first assault.
Let me find him, Fortune, more I beg not.
If thou be slain and with no sword of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou call'st thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, no more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant. With my sword I'll prove the lie thou speakst. Thou wast born of woman.
They have tied me to the stake. I cannot fly. But bear like I must fight the course! Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword, while I see lives the gashes do better on them? What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
Turn, hellhound. Turn.
Of all men else, I have avoided thee.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. No bloodier villain than terms can give thee out!
My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
To spare thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still hast served tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Accursed be that tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed that palter with us in a double sense, that keep the word of promise to our ear and break it to our hope. I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would be come to Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damned be him that first cries hold enough.
So great a day as this is cheaply bought.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold where lies the usurper's cursed head. The time is free.